Hey guys, thank you for coming to my live event here for the art drop for the carbon collection. If you haven't seen it yet, this is a uh, silky matte black wood burned jet black, and the ultra high gloss resin with the deep blue river. Um, Before I talk about this piece specifically, wanted to just give you a little backstory about who I am and why I create art. About 5 years ago, um, I wasn't creating art. I was working in a six-figure job, and quite honestly, long story short, art basically saved me from myself. I was working rotating 12-hour shifts. I barely got to see my family and my friends. Um, didn't really get to do anything else I liked because I was just always at work. Um, and I got into a really dark place mentally. Um, and I had been scrolling through Instagram. I saw some people doing some woodworking projects, and I knew I needed to do something with my hands to kind of get my mind out of the place I was in. My wife had asked me to make her um, a shelf. So, I said, oh, I know how to do that. I had no idea what I was doing. But so I started there, and then soon moved into making, wood art pieces. And when I started doing that dark mental place that I was in, it completely went away. And I said to my wife, I was like, I don't know how to make this work, but I know this is what I need to be doing. So we pinched pennies and saved everything we could until we could, basically leave that job and go full time into creating art. Um, and I started off just creating anything that came to my mind, and it was constant creativity all the time, from mountains, lakes, beaches, and then I had a client reach out and ask if I could make a river piece, and I don't know why it didn't click sooner. If you rewind, while I was in the Navy, well before this, my wife and I used to take trips to the Maury River in Virginia anytime I had some time off. That was like our happy place, if you want to call it that. And we used to spend hours just watching the river, like down on the riverbank, and it was just, the river was rushing by, but it was just such a peaceful feeling. And when the client reached out and asked about that river piece, that feeling, just came rushing back. I couldn't believe I didn't think about doing those sooner. So I shifted into doing river pieces more and more, which that was really what I loved to do. But since my business was basically built on doing custom orders, I would take whatever came my way. And this year started off with a flurry of custom orders, which is great. I'm very grateful for it. But I took on way too much at one time. I had 7 projects going on at the same time, all different, and it didn't leave me any time for myself or for creativity and things like that. And it just started snowballing, and I really lost motivation for it, and I really burned myself out. And about a month ago, or now it might be about 2 months ago, I actually walked away from art completely. I, didn't know how to make this work anymore. It was, I didn't get to do the things I wanted to do, with art and stuff like that. I was just constantly going after custom commissions and stuff. So I walked away, and I had forgotten that I did an interview with Blue Ridge Outdoors magazine, this issue right here, September 2022, and it showed up in the mail. And just reading my own story, again, just reminded me of where God had brought me from, in like that dark mental place I was in, and how far He'd brought me through all the things I've learned and progress I'd made. And it made me realize how much I actually love doing this, and I knew I needed to be doing this again. So I made a decision that, you know, I would keep doing this, but I was going to do it differently. I'll still take commission orders, but they're going to be strictly, you know, first come, first serve basis, one at a time, so that it gives me the time I need to create pieces like this. These, you know, pieces that have been in my head for so long, but I never really gave myself the time to create them. So the first piece that I'm releasing is this. It's a new collection called the Carbon Collection. Carbon because this wood is like, use a torch, it burned black. And this represents a culmination of so many things that I love. You know, obviously rivers, they're my favorite place to go, which is the theme of what I do. But also campfires. My family and I, we do fires pretty often outside. We love that. The smell of the burning wood is amazing. So the process of actually making these is extremely enjoyable because I get to, you know, burn the wood, and it really just brings back that, you know, feeling of like when I was a kid going camping with my dad. Especially in the winter, we would go out, which, you know, frigid temperatures, but like at the end of the night, you got to stay up late with the adults, and, you know, the fire would be going out at the end of the night, and you just take that, you know, that last deep breath in, like through your nose, and you can like feel it in your throat, and it's just this feeling. I just remember, and it brings me back to that. So I wanted to basically put that into a piece, and this is what has been on my mind for a long time to make, and now I finally got to do that, and that's why this launch is so special to me. I basically was about to throw it all away, if you want to call it that, but then I was able to, you know, snap myself out of it, bring myself back to where I actually wanted to go with this art journey, if you will, and this is, you know, the first piece I wanted to bring to you guys. I'm going to read you what I wrote about the piece, because this is like, when I was describing it, this is literally how I felt about the piece when it was on my mind. So I wrote, the Carbon Collection is the essence of a winter night after the campfire has dwindled away. Your nose flares as you breathe in the crisp night air. The smell of burning hardwoods lingers as the coals smolder just a little while longer. You hear the river rushing by. Despite the frigid temperatures, it maintains its speed to prevent freezing. With no leaves left on the trees, you take in the clear night sky. The stars are innumerous. You're relaxed and ready to retire for the night. That right there, it's the feeling of being out in the middle of nowhere, only the sounds of nature, the cold winter nights. And when I think about you know, a cold winter night and a river flowing by, I just think about this super deep blue. And I think it has to do with the temperature in my head that makes me, you know, see the water this way. But I wanted to make this, you know, really pop against the black. So I added, you know, decent amount of blue pigment to make it, you know, really stand out. And I added a matte finish to this wood and massaged all the ash into the wood grains itself. So this is actually maple, which is, you know, a lighter colored wood, and I massaged it in. It's got a very calm grain, which, you know, is different from, say, the Pristine Collection, which has a crazy, you know, wild grain, which is what makes that so unique. And this one has a nice calm grain, but the ash is just massaged in until it's a soft jet black, and then finished off with a, you know, a walnut frame, because the warm walnut tones are, you know, just really tie everything together so well. So right now I have this piece on early bird through Friday night. So the price is $49.97 until Friday night at midnight, when it goes up to the normal price, which is $69.97. So the first person to jump on this is going to get the early bird deal for this size. It's 48 inches wide by 24 inches tall, and it hangs flush, and it has a French cleat on the back. I could hang on this. It's not coming off the wall. So if anybody's concerned about the weight, I haven't actually weighed it yet, but it will be shipped with the French cleat system, all the hanging hardware you'll need, and if you need it, I'll even ship you a level, so that when you can hang it, you know, you can hang it perfectly straight. And I'll show you right here. It's just a quick French cleat on the wall, and and it just sits right on it, and it's flat against the wall. So this isn't going anywhere except for when I ship it to you guys. So like I said, it's on early bird till Friday night at midnight. First person can pick it up for a hair under 5,000. And right below this video, underneath the chat, there should be a button. Just bringing it up so I don't tell you the wrong thing. It's a gold button. It says buy now before early bird pricing expires. There is a timer on that page. When that timer runs out, that's going to be Friday at midnight. That price is no longer going to be available, and it's going to go to the higher price of $69.97. So you click that, it brings you down to a form. Again, it reminds you of the price with the timer. It says fill out this form to order the 48-inch by 24-inch river from the Carbon Collection. That's this exact piece right here. Sorry, I froze. It was telling me my battery's dying. So it says fill out this form to order the 48-inch by 24-inch river from the Carbon Collection. That's this exact piece here. And for the first, whoever moves first and buys it, I'll pack it up immediately and ship it to you fully insured. The first part of that form is your shipping information. So it's your full name, email, phone number, shipping address. And then when you go to the second page, it's just your credit card information. And I believe you click, make sure you select your country, United States only. Second page is just credit card number, expiry CVC code. You just click complete order and you've got it. So first one to take advantage of that at the early bird price before Friday at midnight, you'll get this exact piece. Anybody after that, you can jump in the custom order queue. I've got a few people in that queue right now waiting for their custom piece, so it will be just a little bit, which is why it's a really great idea. That's another reason why I wanted to be able to bring these art drops to you guys, was you don't have to wait for the order queue. If you see the piece you like and it's available, you can jump in and grab it at a really great price before it jumps up to the normal price. All right. So I see there's a few of you on here. I really appreciate you guys joining me. For those who caught the replay, thank you for sticking with me to the end. If you have any questions at all, you can feel free to email me at chrishaggertyart@gmail.com, or you can send me a text. It's all over my gallery. It's 864-757-2588. You can just text gallery or Carbon, so I know that you were from this video or from the gallery, and I'll get right back to you. Thanks a lot for joining me, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. How do I end this? Oh.